Thank you so much. And I think that took longer than expected. However, let's start taking people's reactions and all that. Thank you. And those of you who have responded to that, to my call, like that broadcast if you're watching on YouTube. We still have over 3,500 of us still. Please. Hello there.
Hello, my
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hello.
Daniel.
Ahmed, so.
Oh, Ahmed, is that you? So is that why you are coming in with that slow voice? It's been a while.
Well,
how you be?
Yeah, I do.
Well, it's good to hear from you. A lot of people probably are going to be like, "Oh, Ahmed."
Yeah. I came in the last time of commenting.
Yeah.
Maybe smart. We did here.
Anyway,
as Nigerian grioters, we say more help other people for here. One came into the use as an academy to
right
trying to very so no time. The time I will come on, we deal with all these training and stuff like that. But I don't finish one cycle shot. Just
anyway. It's good to have you back.
I don't
no
miss
matter
a lot.
how temporary. So, how you been now? You want to talk about this tonight?
Oh yeah.
Nice one.
I was just watching. During those election time, I get time.
We didn't see much of
you. All those kind of things like that. I tell you that time. I will be very, very active during that period.
Right.
So, mi ò mọ̀ bóyá àwọn èèyàn people will remember gbogbo time tí àwọn all those Nigerian Yoruba actors, let me say Yoruba actor and actresses. Nígbà tí wọ́n máa fi sọ pé wọ́n mú this Yetunde Wunmi ni o, àwọn all those actors pé wọ́n mú wọn pẹ̀lú drug. I don't know if
listeners, you would have to speak English, just stick to, even if you have to
okay.
Sometimes he put them off.
Okay.
It's like they miss so much.
Yeah.
But go on, Baba.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying you.
So I don't know if you remember this time that those Yoruba actors that you hear news that they were caught with drugs, Yetunde Wunmi and Baba Suwe, gbogbo wọn bẹ́ẹ̀, and before you know, the story don't go. So this is a kind of something people need to reflect back to. So táwọn èèyàn bá gbọ́n ni o, but obviously àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ ojú wọn ti blind if you want to be there. They don't want to see anything. Now waiting they want chop now everybody they look for.
And now everybody they
we don't talk this thing say. Everybody is seeing it, reality. But I did all those people that they no hungry, Ashwaju will be your president, Ashwaju will be Ashwaju be your president or he doesn't be your president is none of my business. You don't enter. Everybody go here now, everybody go tell her.
Eventually.
All this narcotic, continue, it will go up. You have been doing well, you have been doing good. I don't really have anything to say, but
I mean, it's good to hear your voice, even that alone. It's good to have you back. Mommy,
just want to call to people's attention to go back and reflect all those days. Yeah, so if you hear them, they say, Aṣíwájú nìkan ló lè ṣe when they sing for am. All these things that we have been seeing coming out now. Narcotic news, drug news. They no do video for them saying Tinubu go enter. Tinubu la fẹ́ ọmọ ológun there. Okay, all not the same. Sure, we don't see him now. People don't see him as
a game. Ahmed. Let me take another one. Thank you so much, Baba. Now I have another caller. Hello there.
Yes. Hello, Maego.
Hello, sir. You may need to move away from that broadcast if we really want to talk. You won't have to be listening to the broadcast while we talk. Or you help me mute it. That will help, please.
Yeah, I just did.
Thank you.
This is
This is Tunde Bello from Dallas, Texas.
Tunde Bello from Dallas.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, we're fine. We appreciate you, and we've said we will never miss your program any day, anytime, anyhow.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I have two things to talk about today.
Please.
Number one is about after 30, or let's just random it up as a month, that Tinubu came out and pictures going online everywhere, just like the one you showed with the medical. I'm not a medical practitioner, but with all swords stick to his hand.
I know.
That thing literally shows us that Tinubu is not healthy, and he might have been on medication right while inside the plane from France to Nigeria.
Also,
is this what Nigeria is about going into again after Buhari's years on Nigerian resources on medication? Has Tinubu, if you see, he came back fresh a bit, if you look at his face. But if you look at something, it's not when everybody was screaming, jubilating in Abuja airport. If you look at Remi Tinubu's face, you will see fear in her face. I want you to go back to that video and look at her very well. You will see fear in her face that this woman really knows that all is not well with the husband.
Let me play that video for context, those who are watching, so that they can see what you are saying before you continue, sir. Sorry for that. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I'm here. If you see Remi's face, you will see that smile is just an artificial smile.
And
because she's been there with him for the whole 1 month. Yeah, she's been there with him for a whole month. She knows what has happened. And even in the air, she knows, because if you were not in the hospital or not discharged, that tube should not be on his arms. So, may God save Nigerians. Like me, I still believe if people in government, interim government issue came up, it's people in government that are talking about interim government.
It's them.
An outsider cannot just be talking about interim government. So it is not yet Uhuru. May 29 is still not yet Uhuru. Then two,
yes, sir.
I was watching what's it called? Arise TV yesterday. Arise TV, the owner of Peace Air was brought to Arise TV. He talked about how all these African countries can fly into Nigeria 2-3 times in a day. And Air Priest is not giving license to fly into their countries. If you look at what aviation minister is doing, now they wasted that logo, they wasted billions of naira on to say that they want official. Why can't they make Air Priest in partnership with Air Peace to become Nigerian Airways?
At least we will keep that shit. You remember, sir? They did it with Virgin. Back then, before Virgin left. Now, this one is the aircraft in Nigeria, airline in Nigeria. You are making sense, so I'm just reasoning with you, sir. Please, go on.
Yes, sir, you're very right. So why would they not do that? This man has come to the rescue of the country so many times in need. The federal government is not. No one, Ukraine, Egypt, everywhere he went, he did it.
China,
South Africa,
and
China,
India,
he did it,
and so many places like that.
Yeah, he did it for free of charge. If it's time for election, I always tell you, I'm a Yoruba man from Kogi Kaba. If it's time for election, they will say Igbo men cannot be president. But if it's time to rescue Nigerians, it is the Igbo people who will come to rescue Nigeria. What do you think we can do to wipe out? Maybe we will have to go the way Jerry Rawlings did it in Ghana and wipe out this generation and get new generation to help us. Because whether we are overseas or not, there is no how Nigeria is still our home.
Of course.
No matter the money we all make overseas, we will still want to go back to our home. We shouldn't allow these people destroy our country because of see pastors, see bishops, see all of them, 2, 3, jets online, nobody, see Dangote, all of them. Why is it always this Igbo man coming to our rescue and we don't want power to go to them? Let's even try people who have never been there. Maybe our country will be good. Thank you. I appreciate
so
it.
Much, Satunde.
And how is Madam and the family?
Well, we thank God and thank you so much for all of that, sir. I do appreciate. My regards to yours too, all the family. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So I will take another one. Sorry, somebody said that earpiece is not Igbo. So, well, if you think Alan Onyema is not Igbo, maybe we'll have another debate on that. But we know that there are some of you like that. That the moment somebody doesn't align with what you want them to align with, for some of you probably feel like is a pro-Nigeria. So you can easily just join those who are going to be sharing any kind of sliming what have you against him. But you are part of those I spoke about earlier. Shameless people who prefer to throw everyone under the bus, especially if they don't agree with them. Yeah. Hello there. Hey, 1 second though. Let me see how I can get you connected straight to the call. Somehow I don't know why it's off. The Prince.
Hello, my good general.
How are you?
I'm fine. Are you, Baba?
Well, I'm here. Still here. Thank you.
I see the hair. You have to Kano Michael. I see the hair, Baba.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, Baba.
Thanks so much, Prince.
Yeah. Yes, so Baba, I want to, first of all, recommend your Sunday Simon to people on 23rd. Anybody who has not listened or has not has not listened to that broadcast, they should go back and listen to it. Yeah. You blow the breeze and open the nyash of Nigeria completely in that Simon. Okay. God bless you. God bless you mightily, my ego.
Amen.
You know, you got that Simon 100%. I will add it 1%. 101%. And that 1% is that already the terrorists have taken over Nigeria. Already. Their anger is that they are not being allowed to occupy the forest of the east with the cover of the cow. You know, they are so mad at that ESN is chasing them.
Sorry, Prince Jajaman. Sorry, Henry.
Yes,
that
Baba.
Comment on somebody who said that how are you sure that the owner of earpiece is Igbo? Onyama, and then it's actually a comment from Facebook, so not you, Henry. I just read your comment there that you are being sarcastic. I don't know what you said, but somebody made that statement on Facebook, and I was like, they are there. You know what I mean? So probably fake accounts anyway. It doesn't matter. Prince Jajaman, sorry.
All right. So Baba, they are mad. That's why they went. That's why they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu because of that. But Baba, there's one thing I want to also add to it.
Please.
You see, Nnamdi Kanu, I want to use Wike and Joey Gbekwe as a case study. Nnamdi Kanu said to all these criminals that are from the east and terrorists from the east. Nnamdi Kanu said to them, if you serve the zoo, you will surely come back in shame. You see, Wike wanted the presidential ticket for him to show the Fulani terrorists that he is a man for them. He has to kill all his people in Obigbo. But at the end, what happened? Once you kill your own brother or say your own brother, you know, for the enemy of your people, they will never trust you.
No.
That was his own. At the end of the day, upon all the money he gave to Tamboa, that one threw him under the box. He went under the bus. He went back in shame. Then Joey Gbeke, that one has been sleeping on Tinubu Pampas for so long. All right? But he refused. He refused to eat the shit coming there. Now they brought the shit to put in his mouth. Okay? Because they know that he's a threat of his people. You know, over the years he has been on the neck of IPOB, who are defending the forest of the east, where the terrorists are coming to take over on the cover of the cow. Okay? So now the Kano told them, if you serve the zoo, one Nigeria, you will surely come back in shame. And all of them are coming back in shame. Nnamdi Kanu is a man that we have never seen his type before. That's why we respect him so much. No matter the distraction, we'll continue to hold on to his message. That's what has been keeping us very strong. And we believe that Biafra will surely come. Biafra will surely be restored. And I wish also my Oduduwa brother, Oduduwa nation, it must surely come, because Nigeria is gone. Now they can say Nigeria is like a train that has already lost its brake. It's on a high speed. Anything on its way is clearance.
Until it
crashes. Until everything scatter. So my good general, Baba, I hail you. Continue the good work with your mic.
I will.
We are there.
Thank you. Ma, take another one. Like Prince Jejema just put it right. Remember, you have to speak your mind without in any hindrance, okay? Speak them and make them factual. Hello there.
Hello, Maego.
Hello there. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am very well, my lady. Sorry, your name and where you coming from? Is that all right?
That's fine. My name is Charm, and I'm coming from New York.
Did you say Charm?
Yes, it's the same one.
The same Charm.
Same one.
You know what I mean? The same charm of the People's Parliament. I am so honored to kind of have you, now that I know who you are. How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine.
You're very well. So please.
For your work, it's a really good one.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, so I listened to your program and talked about Sudan.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's the proxy war that the US and Russia fighting in Sudan, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And it really struck me, you know. USA, America is fighting their own in Sudan. Russia is for its own interest in the same Sudan.
That's right.
But guess what? No Americans are being killed. No Russians are being killed. Only Sudanese.
Only Sudanese and Africans. Wow.
And when will we gather steps as Black people, for goodness sake? At the end of the day, they still want our resources. They're selling you arms. They're selling all of this thing. It's not for free.
No. You
are leveraging your resources to fight a war against your own brothers. These same resources you would give cheap, right? They build the economy. You get your stupid arms and you kill your people. I don't understand where gather sensitiveness as Black people.
I know.
And this is why I said to Black people in the People's Parliament, Black lives matter, but it will only start to matter when it matters to Black people for goodness sake. Matter to us. How can it matter to any other person? If we cannot treat ourselves with dignity and respect, how can the rest of the world treat us with dignity and respect?
A good question, man.
You know, they always say charity begins at home.
Right.
We cannot asking them for things that we cannot even do for ourselves. And I'm not even only talking about Africans in general. Black, it's like a pandemic of black killing one another. You know.
And it continues to happen from every generation to generation, and it's just it's never ending. It's never ending.
It seems as if there's a real curse. God, I really, you know, I don't want to put my mouth, but you know, I don't know what else to say. You know, I don't know what else to say. Not to talk of the one that's going on in the I'm tired of talking about Afra, Oduduwa, or Middle Belt. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm scared to say, okay, but I have family there. I cannot be in the safety and comfort of my own home and say, okay, go and fight. But it only seems like that's the only way that we can. Like,
that's why I said, Lady Chama, right? That's why I said that, you see, when those who are asking that we should do this peacefully and save ourselves from this, like everlasting damnation as a people, right? And sit together and rely on this whole thing that by everybody doing their own thing, however they want to do them, according to the choosing of theirs, right? Without having to kill anybody for it. Or we are stuck. But whatever happens, your wish, my wish, are being discarded. People want a better working Nigeria, knows that it's going to be for the beneficiary of everyone. Now, those who don't want that, they are pushing those who want that out. So what will happen at the end of the day is that they will keep many of us so divided. And as it is currently working into their own advantage, it will soon stop working in their advantage. Now, those that they've pushed out, right, they are the people that will be pushed to demand for breakup of Nigeria when every other option has been exhausted. They will be the one. If they don't stop, if they don't change this trajectory, which I think they are not going to, they won't. Now, that's what will take us to that part that we are praying that we never get to, because that will be bloody, the one they are pushing us to.
Listen, it's not bloody. You know, if I remember with my mom, you know, I can't remember something that when we were growing up, right? A car exploded. My mom ran out of the room. She was in panic. She was scared. And that's when I had PTSD from the war.
I know.
Because she saw something, you know, that it was a bomb or something. But it was just a car that exploded on the road, right?
I know.
So, you know, they have trauma
from what happened then. That's true.
Living the war and everything, you know?
I know.
So, imagine that we want to put another generation that I can understand why people don't want to do that. You know, war is not a good thing.
It's not.
War is not anything that anyone go into. Too many people lose their lives. You know, too many people.
You know what they say in Yoruba. You know what we say in Yoruba. We are like, you can only know the beginning of a war, right? You are not guaranteed that you know the end of it. Nobody is guaranteed of it.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so true. That is so true.
I mean, everybody will know when the war starts. Not all of us will know the end of it. And if you live to know the end of it and tell the story, you will never wish it happen again. That's what I was told. I've never witnessed war. And I don't want to.
I don't want to witness war.
Do you get that?
I don't want to witness war.
So we hope Nigerian criminal leaders will not push us into war. Because look at this. What's this?
Yeah? I hope so.
Thank you so much, my dear lady.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
You know, you're doing so well. You know, and I'll continue to share your channel to more and more people, so that we can get more people listening to other Nigerians and listening to just to hear solutions even. You know.
I mean,
thank you so much.
There. People are more aware now. They are kind of like self-aware politically now. Like you said, as long as you continue giving me this support and sharing to others, one day a lot of people will know better. And once the number is actually so high, this whole thing can be done for once and for all. It won't be easy, but it's doable. It is possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You have a good one, okay? Thank you. I have another caller, and mind you, if you are still watching, we still have we have over 3,000 of us on YouTube, and I've announced this several times, right? Like the broadcast, show that you are here. I know a lot of you are watching on your screen, on your TV, big screen, okay? But do me that favor. You have phones. I mean, you do have phone. Go to YouTube channel of Mayegun and like that broadcast and drop the phone. Continue watching. Hello there, Ken. Is that you?
Yes, Mayegu. How are you?
I am very well. It's been a long time. I was expecting you to attend our last People's Parliament, but no, I never saw your signal. How are you?
I'm good. I tried very hard to get in, but I guess I just couldn't.
Traffic, as usual. And I'm glad you could do this one tonight. Anyway, how are you?
I'm good. Are you?
Very well, thanks.
I was saying that my good. Maybe I'm just saying, just maybe.
Yeah.
One. Maybe if it's possible, if it's possible, one People's Parliament in the week, maybe one again over the weekend if it's possible. But if it's not, that's fine.
Okay. That's a proposal.
Just a thought. It's just a thought. Just a thought. So, like I said, you remember I said before the election, I said we're going to watch a movie, and we did, and I think we really, really did enjoy the movie. As we all anticipate that how it was going to play itself out, that the election is a charade, the whole process is a charade. And in fact, I think one of the most interesting one in everything they did in that election was the open season, where South, criminals, police, even security agents were literally going from one point to another with a tout, telling people if they are not voting for this, don't bother. And nothing was done. And it was just happy. It was like an open season, my ego. Open season.
Because they say if you disrupt, it's against their law. If you disrupt election, if you try to stop election from happening or stop people from accessing the election, to exercise their right, you could get jailed for it. In fact, you will be jailed for it. But when the government is doing it, or those in government are doing it, I think it's legal.
Yeah, exactly. So when that happened, I just said to myself, I said this is exact. I mean, everybody in the People's Parliament, in the Temple of Truth. Yes. I said this thing right from the beginning, before the election kick off. We saw we saw the whole team playing the Temple, and it was like as if we're having a fun. So that being said, the other part when you were showing the video, and I think was it the video and the picture of Tinubu with that something like a PCC.
Oh, you mean that syringe attached to his arm?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
let me tell you this.
It is an image. Yeah. I have it on the screen right now. In case if you want to help it to guide you to what you want to say, it's on the screen. Go on. Okay.
Yes. So this is what I'm going to tell you from my own little medical experience in the field.
Please.
Is that once you come back from the hospital or from the ER with that, it simply means a lot of things are going on with you. It could be anything, but I'm just going to narrow it down to few, if not possible, the most common ones.
All right.
That they kept it in there to support you, to support your immune system, to keep you going.
Okay.
Yeah. Or there's something else going on in there. It could be maybe.
It could be what?
Too high. Diabetic.
See, Osita, you kept breaking up there. I didn't hear you. Okay. It could be what? Sorry, I missed that. Sorry, sir.
It could be anything. It could be maybe he's having some kind of a pre-existing condition that is getting deteriorated very bad. That they need to put him on that stuff to keep him up and running. To keep everything up and running.
But,
and they might have
why did they push him? Why did they have to send him back? Let me put it this way. Sorry that I'm going to ask you a question, okay? My question is that you have some medical experience, okay? And you cannot diagnose somebody by looking at a picture. We know that, okay? But from that your own line, right? For them leaving it on, somebody said it's because they have to be monitoring him. It's possible that he was receiving a drip. Even on that flight to Nigeria, it was on a drip there. So what does that tell? Like leaving it on for somebody who has been kind of discharged from the hospital. Does that mean that they force him? Could it be that they force him back to Nigeria even when he still need that help? Please, just kind of share that or medically. Like, what does that mean?
So in the medical field,
yeah,
a patient has a right to refuse or to accept any treatment. It is your right.
right.
It is not something anybody can force down your throat. Okay. So if he feels that is what he wants, it is him, Tinubu, that will tell them exactly what he wants.
Okay.
Now, it is also the responsibility of the doctor to also enlighten and explain to him the pros and cons of his decision. So that when it comes down to the fact that the crunch of decision comes down to that, they will have him to sign a consent document. That consent document means that he will not hold the hospital or the doctor liable for anything that happens to him. So that's where his right really kicks in right there. So it's his choice, really. It could. That's why I say it could be a lot of things.
But what could that mean? What could he be getting treated for that they have to leave that on him? How serious do you think that could be?
Again, Maegu, don't forget, they've been very secretive.
Yes.
They are not telling anybody anything. Okay, but obviously based on what you saw, that picture and the video, it tells you that he has a very serious pre-existing condition going on with him. I don't know, you don't know, but we do know based on some of the things we have seen in the video that he has displayed in terms of like losing consciousness, saying F11, F12 instead of F9, and then he's talking about corn when he's talking about electricity.
Yeah,
exactly.
Roasted corn and all those
things. Exactly. So that's why I said that because we don't know, because they are not sharing this information, and because of some of the things we have seen, and plus the latest one of that stuff you saw there, it tells you that it could be one, it could be two, it could be God knows whatever it is. But keeping that kind of an equipment in there, there's what is called an external device, which they use to monitor him. Even in France, they will have it. He might have his own, but they are using that to monitor his progress, to monitor his condition. You understand? That's why I say it could be a lot of things. But technically, in the medical field, like based on your earlier question, he has the right to either accept the treatment or not.
He's going on.
Exactly, like he's going on. It's like, for example, now you go to your doctor. Doctor wants to prescribe this medication. You could tell the doctor, I don't want to take this medication.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop you.
No, they can't.
Exactly. So it's your right. So what you see that Tinubu you just saw that just came back.
Yeah.
Trust me, the guy is literally on a very serious situation going on with him there. And you see, they are just managing him. Give him some few days. If you see him, the next time you see him, pay more attention to where his condition is. And pay attention to those who are standing behind him most of the time.
Yeah.
So that's just everything that you need to know. That this guy has a lot of stuff going on in there. But they choose not to want to talk. Don't worry, my dear brother.
They don't love that country, but time will tell.
No, they don't.
It's such a pleasure hearing again from you, sir. Let me take
Thank
another
you
one
so
that
much,
we can
my
manage all
brother.
the time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Right.
I want to hear from doctors, people who have been in that medical line, not those who are reading it like me. I'm talking about those who have I want to know something is not right. Okay, I've never received a drip in my life. I've never been kind of, you know what I mean? But however, I know I have people who have had them. If they leave them on, I mean, hello there.
Yeah, one more.
Hey,
my brother.
Osita, how are you, Baba?
I'm great. Thank you very much for all the expose.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me go straight. Truly speaking, I do not know why we are debating on this. The man is sick. The man is 110% sick. They did not show you the whole clip when he was coming down. You will see some of the medical personnel coming down as well. He is not meant to have come back to Nigeria, but it's because people are asking questions. Then he has to come back. He's not meant to come back to Nigeria now. So it's not a secret. No normal human being wears that thing in his arm.
And travel with it, except they are taking treatment on the way.
Yeah, right here in the US, there's a time I was sick for 1 month. I was in the hospital for 1 month, and it was an ER that I went for. when I was coming out from that place, I did not wear anything like that because what I had was pneumonia. So I didn't bring out anything. So he has shown us times without number that the story state about this whole thing is, if he was sick, it's a different thing. But there is something that is called in sciences, there is something that is called progressive ailment, progressive disease, progressive symptoms. That is what he has. And such things have to do with dementia. It has to do with Parkinson. Such diseases, you cannot have control over them. The only thing you can do is to try to sustain, but they will manage, but they will keep increasing by day. That is the reason they call it progressive. So let's not even talk about that. But that is not my main issue of calling. But it's because of I've been watching some of your. I go back, I watch some of your program. And I decide to comment on something different today.
Yes. Use your time now.
Now, what I am trying to talk about is the Islamatization of Nigeria. One. The other one is about the election result. Now, the Islamization of Nigeria, trust me, Buhari has done his own job. You remember when I called in yesterday, I asked you if Buhari actually said that in his head. He has done his own job. They have brought in the terrorists into Nigeria. Those people are not living yet. Now, what did they do? They needed to bring in somebody from the southern part of Nigeria who is a Yoruba man. Who is a Muslim. So that they can penetrate peacefully. You will see the kind of laws Tinubu will promulgate. If he remains there, you will see the kind of laws he will promulgate. He will allow these people to have that ruga. You see all those ruga that they are talking about. He will make sure that they have all that ruga, because all the governors in the southwest and some in the southeast and some in the south, they are all in bed with him. And at the end of the day, they will promulgate all those laws. These people, instead of coming in with against resistance, there is not going to be any resistance. They will come in fully and settle down. Why I am saying this is because look at what is happening in Africa now. It is always in the sub-Sahara where you have the Islamic State. That is where every problem is happening in Africa. Sudan followed suit the other day, just some few weeks ago. So all these things you are looking at is coming from the northern part of Africa, trickle down to the southern part of Africa. It's a gradual movement. They want to conquer Africa. That is what this Islamic people, that is their agenda. They want to conquer Africa. And the highest resistance they think they will have in West African sub-region is Nigeria. That is one part. I believe I need people to look at what is happening right now. And that is the reason, at the end of the day, I am suggesting, my brother, you look for Julius Malema. I need you to bring him on this program. Because it is not all about Nigeria we are looking at right now. Africans need to galvanize together to see the problem that is coming. The problem that is coming. In the next 30 years, we will see the problem that is coming in Africa. That is one. Then let's go to the election results in Nigeria. You always ask this question. Why is it that the person that took second, they are not always attacking him?
Yes, sir.
Why is it that the one that took third, that they gave third position, was the one they are attacking?
They are focused on.
But it is they focused on. But it's simple as this. Let me tell you, if eventually they say Tinubu is not going to be there, they want the next person that will occupy that place is Atiku. They did their arithmetic calculation very well. At the end of the day, the least we can get, the people can get here, is that they will tell you that, okay, when the first position didn't take, the second position should be one that
The
is
winner.
that is the reason Atiku. Yeah, that is the reason Atiku is not giving up. That is the reason he's in court. I am telling you this thing. I have processed it. I didn't hear from anybody, but I have processed it. And I looked at it. I know that is the reason Atiku is not giving up.
You are opening our mind and our eyes to something that is so important that some people will be like it's insignificant, but it is. You are just kind of you are capturing my mind on that right now, Osita, and I bet a lot of people are also kind of be like, oh, that makes sense.
So that is where we are right now. So it is time for us to know where we are heading to.
And what we are up against.
We don't need to say to tell us what is going on. On these two subjects, I put my hands on. Believe me, I have thought about it, I've processed it, and this is exactly what is going on. Because I ask myself, why is all this problem starting up again in the whole of West African countries, here and there? And truly speaking, like one other person said, the moment the American and the Russians start their Cold War, now, include China inclusive, believe me, Africa is always the scapegoat. That is the reality. Thank you very much, my brother.
Bless you, Sita, for that insightful expose too. Open our minds to something that we kind of always want to ignore, like it doesn't exist. That makes sense. I'll think about that. I have another caller. Hello there.
Hello, my good evening.
Hello, sir. Good evening. How are you?
I am fine. It's Jide from London.
Hey,
okay.
I'm
blessed, sir. Okay, so let me just throw some more light on that device that this man was seen wearing today. It seems to me is what is called medically PICC, which stands for peripherally inserted central catheter. Now, what the hell is that? It's simply a device used to deliver medication or manage a pre-existing medical condition, such as cancer or some kind of infectious disease or other medical condition. So it's very hard to tell, except one has access to his medical file. But at the end of the day, when you get to that stage where a PICC is deployed, to you, it means you're very, very sick, man. Very, very, very sick. So that's what it is in very simple terms. Okay, and that's just that. Okay. On the other hand, the chairman of Air Peace is sending out aircraft to Sudan. Do the Northerners, do they not have jets they can send out there? How many Igbo people or Yoruba people are in Sudan? You go and check out of that. If they make a list of all the students that are studying in Sudan, they're probably in all that they are what we call KU school there and all that. They are mostly Northerners, but yet exactly, and yet it was the same Igbo man, that they are Igbo people that they've been persecuting. The same Biafra person that sent the Biafra. Let them just have it. Let them just have it. Yeah, he's a Biafran. He's a Biafran man that is sending an aircraft to go and sell their ass. And whereas all of them, all those Ranka did it with all their billions and all that, did not do anything. That's the thing. That's the double standard.
At least we are saying it. You are right. You know, another hypocrisy of Diaz, yeah? When this whole thing got so high, and then it got into the head, what should I say? It got so bad 2 days ago. These guys, they were shouting, Abike, won't you go and rescue Nigerians? I was like, oh, they can't even call Buhari. They can't call the government. They are calling Abike, and you are right. An Igbo man, an infidel, is going to have to use
an infidel, a Biafran man, a Biafran man, the same Biafra that they are saying they are terrorists and all that, the same thing. So if some people that we have, if some of our brethren, okay, in the southeast and the southwest has been supporting these people, this should show them they should start turning away from their wicked ways and have sense. Because like you rightly said, if this guy, I hope he will not get, because I'm still standing on that, my conviction that he will not be sworn in somehow. But man, if that guy should get sworn in, na disaster. Real disaster.
I mean, we will see.
Anyway.
It's good to, one thing about what we are doing right now, this conversation is that, you know why people say we are this program is helping a lot of people. Because you see, this conversation is helping people to cope and at the same time kind of prepare for how they are going to handle if the worst finally happens. What's the worst that will happen? They will swear Tinubu in. That's the worst that can happen. So how do you handle it?
That can happen.
How do you cope? What are the expectations? So that help people to kind of calm down in a way to say, well, what's the worst that can happen? Okay. I have an idea.
Interestingly, on our Rise News, because I don't miss their morning show, there was this Muppet that came on the show. And before Rufai could even say anything, he was already attacking. You could see that these people, if they give them a chance, they would literally kidnap that guy and do some very bad things to him.
Beat him up and to one others now. They will be
because he was fast checking. Yeah, he was fact checking everything they were saying and all that. Before I go, please, if you can bring in Shorel or that Julius Malema, go and find him. I'm sure they will. Julius will be very happy to come on this program.
Julius is a big man in South Africa. I will try and send a message to him on Twitter if he responds.
You're a big man too, and all that. It's just about speaking to one of his guys and all that, and then let them see what you're doing. And the Showore, please tell him we don't hate him. Let him come and explain himself here, and maybe he will get another feel of how people in diaspora. Because this is the first time, like somebody said 2 days ago that he didn't used to follow the politics in Nigeria. Same thing here, but this is the first time that everybody in diaspora. 85% of the people in diaspora are now very, very interested in what is happening in Nigeria. You see? Okay. Anyway,
I will do something on that, and if I am lucky to hear from him, it will be a pleasure because I have so many of his videos too, and their drama and all of that, and what he's managed to actually achieve over there too. But nevertheless, let's put it in
And with the people that have been reporting your pages, I know they are going to try to do something with YouTube as well.
And now they're likely going to shut down my YouTube and everything.
Have you heard of Rumble?
I have, and I've signed up for it, but I am yet to really study it so I can get on.
Yeah. That's the one place that they will never touch you. And there's a gentleman that lives in the US. Right. He used to be an actor. He called Joe Okechukwu. Try and get him on the program at some point. I know that because he will have his own from this time because he's more like a pastor. I know that, but he attacks all these people. So try and send him a message on IG.
Something about us on Mayegun's Diary Political is that we kind of don't welcome people that much. So it's always going to be like, you know what I mean? But like all these requests have been made, I will work on them. And when everything pop up, okay, sure.
Yeah, maybe on the day of the People's Parliament, it would be nice if you could get another person that would co-anchor with you. He's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Maybe on a Saturday when people will not be worrying to go to bed on time, so we can even do a 3.5 hours program of 4 hours, and then we'll all have fun, and be informed the more.
Yes.
All right,
we will work something out. I love all these suggestions, okay? And it's just to make it's just for us to kind of get to deepen our conversation on what is going on in Nigeria. And in the process, right, we would likely find a common ground on where exactly we should all camp and fight. I get that. I'm with you. So, Baba, thank you so much, okay? Let me take another one, Jai. Oh, Princess got it. Princess. I thought you would give up because usually if you try like a few times these days, you just give up. So you didn't give up. It's like something is pressing. You want to say something by all means.
Yeah, where you go? I was gobsmacked when Osita was talking. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. No.
I was just trying to just shed more light on what Osita said. If you look at the petroleum industry, Maigo,
yep.
You see that the foreigners are going back. Yeah. There was a conference, in Kenya, and so many oil and gas people were there. And they were all saying that the oil companies are leaving. And I was just smiling. They are going to leave. It has always been about Africa as the last on the pyramid. On that food chain, we are the last. We are at the bottom. We are at the bottom. It is not something that is not glaring to everybody. That is why they are rushing Dangote refinery. My Dangote refinery is only going to serve Nigeria. Okay. And there will be nothing left. What is going to happen in Gambia? What's going to happen in Lome, in Togo? What will happen in Cotonou? How will they get fuel? What will happen in Guinea? What will happen in Sierra Leone? What will happen in Guinea-Bissau?
I'm not following.
What will happen in Senegal? So they are going to render your oil useless.
Okay.
They will. It is what it is. The agenda has been there from onset. But we have so many things we are all diverting into. When you have insurgency in your country, you have a country like ours that's got insurgency for how many years now? Whatever country that's got insurgency, that insurgency is more than 48 hours. Maegu, the government, and the Westerners are involved. I stand to be corrected.
Now I get you.
The American so on your platform what is not or what is not happening. We know all these things. We know about economic hitmen. Hello, I can't hear you.
No, I can hear you. Go on.
Yeah, we know about the economic hitmen. We know about how they call your country, to come and take money from international motherfucker, and they tell you they will bring the people that will execute the contract. And eventually they bring this economic hitmen, they take part of the money. The economic hitmen swindle you. When you take their money, they devalue your money. I have always asked on this program, Maegu, how can one unit of these people's money go to 900? Our resources are not really mined, but not as if they are not mined like 20-30%.
So there's no real value put on that resources, just
exactly. This dollar you are all carrying around was backed by Saudi oil. Nothing more. It is just paper that they make glossy and they threw it out there. But we have so many crises at hand that has been distracting everybody. I said this on this program 2 years ago. Or a year and a half ago, I can't remember. Maegu, the diasporans that will come to Africa, that will come and liberate Africa. I've said it again this year. I'm giving it another 3 years. I'll repeat it again. Then 2 years after then, you all start rushing back. World Economic Forum is there. What doing Latin? You won't know, man. They are there. They are going to tell you, you don't need to work, yeah? AI will take over your jobs and you will be happy. Why do you think Nigerians or Africans left the shores of their continents and countries to the Western world to work and earn money? And probably have a safe haven to come back to.
Let me begin to round it up. I appreciate this again as usual. It's like you just want us to know that we are fucked, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, we are. Yes. We all are.
So
we are.
We can get to know that whatever we do, right, we are in for a long haul. Okay.
It's a very long run, Baba.
It's going to be a long run. Princess, thank you so much for this. I am going to quickly round up now because my time is almost coming to an end, and we will do this again next time. Okay. Thank you so much, man. So my time is up. I have something to say to you, my friends. Everybody who participated in this conversation tonight, and those who are still attempting to call in, I understand, but that's going to be the last call. However, tomorrow, this platform, Mayegun's Diary Political, will play host to the Yoruba Union and the leaders and all that, in order for us to continue. In fact, in order for us to further lay the foundation for what we do best now, which is reaching out to those who are the victims of what Nigeria has become. As much as we talk about the problems of Nigeria every now and then, provide solution here and there, we also reach out to the victims or to the people and doing our best to see if we can get them off the back of these criminals that are playing the tribal, religious, and other cards to keep our people down, weaponizing every negative things that they are meting on them, amplifying them, or weaponizing them to further keep them poorer. So our job as a union, Yoruba Union, peacefully, is to tell them that they can have the best. They can have something better. Their children can have something better. But it would have to start from them. It would have to start from them asking for it, and not just asking, for them taking it. Now, it's going to be a long haul as well, but we have already taken it on. We've done it, we did it in December, where we helped over 600 families in Yoruba land. We did it in January, February, when we reached out to 10,000 school children. Now, we are planning to reach out to another set of Yoruba families, in Yoruba land, 5,000 people to benefit from our family support program. So tomorrow, I am going to accept if there is this, this breaking news, something huge. But I want to appeal to you, my friends. When you join me tomorrow, you will likely be joining in supporting the cause that I'm part of, and it is called Yoruba Union. We raise funds to help people who can't really fight for themselves. Yeah, and we have people who are doing all of this. So we call ourselves volunteers who pull our resources together to help others. And we're going to do that tomorrow. It's going to be a full house, and you should join us. Thank you. Now, like this broadcast, share it. And if you're just joining us as well, you can watch this from the start again. But please, when you're watching any replay on Mayegun's Diary Political Play, if you don't like the music, if you don't like all that as too much delay, always fast forward the video to somewhere around 7 minutes, and you can start watching from there. All right? So thank you. And you should have a good night. And those of you who are still having a day, you should have a good day. I will see you again from here.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary ayé bí nàmbà wá. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary ayé bí nàmbà wá. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun Diary ayé bí nàmbà wá. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary ayé àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Máyégún Diary politico. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Ayé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. Mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. Ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni. Ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́. Ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o. Ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.